An opportunity is being offered to all of us to see the change that has come. The change requires a change of attitude, everything. We want to give birth to a new world. And this new world does not demand any kind of catalyst kind of thing. You don't need a catalyst. You don't need people who will be saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. They belong to the past. Like the saying, it's a general saying, that you cannot put a new wine in an old jar. If you accept, Maharaj will change it, but if you don't accept, well, you go with Sodom and Gomorrah. Here, some have gone in the last few days, few weeks, few months, and even today as I'm talking, there are some people who are being prepared for the ground. Why must it be you? Even after meeting Maharaj, after several press conferences, publications in the papers and the radios. So we are begging that this very opportunity given this morning will touch your heart to realize that the sun is shining in your life now and you need to do something. Of course, I may call you every day to talk with you. That does not mean that you have realized yourself. Because as a farmer, I continue planting and in knowledge. You are being given access to the Supreme up there. What makes you not able to go and take your own gifts is because of ego, hatred, and I don't care. And so today, I want you to care. Perhaps this could be, your final hour, so that together we can move forward and make the world feel happy that, so Maharaji came for all of us, not few. And I believe that this press briefing will go a long way to touch our hearts, to agree to Him. Blessings and blessings to all.
The brother in-house to introduce himself so that the entire creation will know who is here to discuss the problems of the world, the father of creation. Introduce yourself.
Father Maharaji, good afternoon. Everyone in the house, good afternoon. I am Ajilete Akamo, a reporter, Ajilete FM, Annex of Broadcasting Corporation for your state. As you've been heard by the Father Maharaji, we have a lot of national issues that is bothering most especially the mind of journalists and the masses in general. Therefore, we need to touch those issues. And I'm very sure Father is fully on ground for us to attend to those issues?
There are 2 or 3 issues on ground now. First is my illuminations on the elected President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, which took place in February 23, while the incumbent President Muhammadu Buhari was elected as President for another 4 years. Many have been commenting, talking, and asking so many questions as to why I came out loud and clear to say that all should vote for President Buhari. What about a divine government, or the divine government that I've been talking about? Very simple. Wise people don't argue, because man is both physical and spiritual. Physical world is what we see, but the spiritual world needs to be what? Gone into. It should be seen as a necessary ingredient for one to be there. And so I tried to prepare something for everybody to see, everybody to read, and from there, everybody has his own arguments. So I just want to repeat it here now. Eliminating my support for President Buhari. My support for President Muhammadu Buhari neither blurs nor blinds my sight to faults and weaknesses associated with his leadership so far. We are living in very serious times. In these perilous days, the focus of the global Nigerian presence ought to be on terminating colonial bondage and exploitation as inevitable prelude to the birth of a glorious Nigeria. There are no saints in the Bohemian fold of the Buhari administration. His rival, going by his precedents and antecedents, is neither an emancipator nor a patron. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step, so says a popular Chinese proverb. The maiden steps to national liberation and prosperity are naturally tedious, very painful. Like determined soldiers, a people desirous of glory must push through the pain to get to the victory. The primordial and powerful tonic of this sweetness-bound drive is consciousness. Described as a people of shattered consciousness and fractured identity by African-American professor Molefe Kete Ashanti, He says most Nigerians transit from one day to the next year, bereft of the real factors and the actual forces playing out against Nigeria's golden destiny. President Buhari inherited an extensively ravaged economy after promising to fix the Republican in the course of his electoral campaign in 2015. Today, familiar and highly notorious Western imperialist gangs despise his regime and want him out as much as miseducated, ill-informed, and long-suffering Nigerian masses do. Same desire, different interests. The truth is, Buhari is not the architect of the Nigerian model. Yes, he promised to fix Nigeria. He actually vowed to end corruption in the economy. As you read this release, our economy is gasping worse than it did at the mercy of Buhari's profligate predecessors, one of whom is his current electoral rival. When you find those who profit from raping and robbing your family demanding the head of the clan's new leader, it simply tells that the new king is working against their criminality. In other words, he is narrowing erstwhile wide and lucrative access for perpetuating the rape and robbery. It means that the family is on its way to regaining its rights, dignity, fortune, and happiness. UK, US, and other imperialist powers that are cleverly pushing for Buhari's exit from Asoro no longer enjoying as much of Nigeria's bounties as they have been doing freely for the greater period of our country's evolution in self-rule. A people deep in knowledge and cast in orientation about the African struggle for liberation will easily understand that it is better to have a president that is reluctant to sell or cede the republic to foreign merchants and domestic minions of international imperialism. This reluctance may be attended by contradictions, but then, if you sustain it, will inevitably rid the country of conditions that rendered it helpless to the caprices of imperialist hegemons and their Nigerian lackeys. The primary focus of neo-colonial powers in any vulnerable and conniving economy is money. Their machinations are targeted at ensuring the free, unhindered flow of cash from countries like Nigeria to their huge and insatiable vaults. Their machinations insist that if harmed or blocked, the leader or leaders responsible must be smeared or slaughtered. This is exactly what happened to Congo's Lumumba and Upper Volta's Burkina Faso Sankara. It is now happening to naturally imperfect but self-assertive Muhammad Buhari. When will Nigerians learn? When will they wake up? I am verifiably the current embodiment of the supreme light, principal life force of the universe. No leader or errand boy at any level of privilege in Nigeria can ever succeed at igniting the flames of war in our country. I have declared Nigeria a no-war zone. Maharaj, the Sanskrit language name for the human embodiment of the supreme light of creation, is physically present in Nigeria in black skin as a Nigerian with full divine force, unprecedented since the world was created. Therefore, anyone who insists on plunging Nigeria into the blazing vortex of war will certainly face the hot consequences across lifetimes. This is no joke, man. Maharaj is Maharaj. I'm very well aware of the night and daytime killings of peaceful and unarmed Nigerians across Nigeria by armed marauders of Fulani extraction in the course of the present administration since 2015. Here, this murder campaign ranks high among the range of sour occurrences that provoked and are still provoking anti-Buhari Nigerians to rain accusations of indifference and ineptitude on Mr. President. I am non-partisan. In my status as the current embodiment of the supreme light of life, sentiments and emotions do not count. Part of my job as the paramount teacher of divine values and as the supreme lover of humanity across color and ethnic lines is, in any situation, to always stand on the side that favors the common or collective good. I am neither an APC nor a PDP. Maharaj is neither a political merchant nor a peddler of partisan commodities. Neither am I a facilitator. I am for Nigeria's progress. The Creator's choice is Buhari, that the corrupted failed to kill with illness after his landmark statement, quote, "Women belong to the kitchen and the other room," unquote, only to be cloned dead later on, but still he survived, goes a long way to prove that God has something for him to deliver to Nigeria. It is well known to non-vegetarians that to make omelette, eggs must be broken. The Buhari administration has thrown out the irresponsible culture of popping champagne for frivolous reasons. The holding of needless parties is no longer common. No more free cash. These are realities that should jolt Nigerians to think deep in their best interest. Whoever has been behind the killings mentioned above will certainly have his or her time with karma. This notwithstanding, it is worth mentioning that the Imam Mahdi, widely known as SatGuru Maharaj, is the only means for escaping, impeding, and hurrying karmic payback. It is only the SatGuru that can erase all karma, irrespective of its magnitude. I therefore advise funders and orchestrators of the killings and other heinous deeds to seek SatGuru Maharaj's intervention now before it is too late. What Buhari needs are nationalistic lieutenants who can speak effectively to his non-profligate spirit and discipline-inclined mindset to elicit from him knowledge-rich and practical resolve to lay the basic foundations for the unstoppable construction of a free, fortified, and affluent Nigeria. Mr. President has subordinates who mean well for him and his administration. I am one of them. He is also surrounded by chameleons and vipers whose mantra is pillage, perfidy, and pretense. Mr. President needs self, not harassment. A president whose former boss has him inked on the pages of a well-known and widely circulated book as a congenital and incurable rogue is certainly not appropriate for Nigeria at this stage of its evolution. A president who sees Nigeria and its assets as merchandise to be sold cheap to self, friends, and international racketeers is catalyst to the colonial spell that has kept our country weak and weary. Is this what we need? No. Where is Nigerian Airways? Where is our aluminium smelting plant built at a cost of over $6 billion? What happened to Delta Steel Company, the same man who organized the cheap, hooligan, and hasty sale of these and several other national assets, has promised to auction NNPC? He ought to have been asked what his trade-off plans are for NNPC. My friends, we are living in very serious times that demand law, profound spiritual and mental power for the world's salvation from the brink. Nigeria has a very big role to play in the world's brilliant and tranquil future, To hand the welfare of our blessed country over to the leadership of a notorious and unrepentant auctioneer is to cede our golden tomorrow to his offshore benefactors and to managers of his loot. Nigerians need to look beyond the immediate. Nigerians need to learn to look beyond the immediate. They need to drop the chop today, forget tomorrow mentality that gets them falling for handouts and hubris in every election season. I stand for Buhari, for despite his missteps and mistakes, he does not hold Nigeria out as a commodity to be auctioned in the international market. This disposition of Mr. President is a very useful moral starting point for the making and promotion of a fresh national attitude to the long misused and abused project called Nigeria. The earlier Nigerians wake up from colonial slumber, and the sooner they drop their proclivity for surface thinking and their fixation to daily bread, the better for their sense judgment. The faster and better will Nigeria evolve. With Buhari, I stand. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live the children of light. Blessings to everyone. African nationalism. Like I said earlier, we have been programmed to be robots, disconnected from our culture and tradition. Besides, our history is nowhere to be found. And so Africans don't know that all of them, they evolved from Oyo State, former Western Nigeria. The Tanganyika, the Sierra Leonean, the Ugandan, the Tanganyika, all of them, the Ethiopian, all of them, they started from here. And so I feel very strongly that there's need to go deeper into the formation of OAU, where the founding fathers, one of them at the time of independence of his country, and that was 6 March 1957, he said, and I quote here, that the freedom of the independence of Ghana is not complete until the whole of Africa. And that led to the formation of the African Organization of African Unity, and now metamorphosed into African Union. There should be a kind of, going back to the statutes involved to make sure that one of the laws has to be made to ensure that Africans can stay anywhere in the continent and work and be free to move throughout the continent. Because as you know, that is one of my main projects, to turn Africa into the divine states of Africa, because they are divine. Now, most of our leaders were programmed to, sell the colonial ideas. Yes, and so that's what you find happening in some of the countries. I remember some years back, after a former head of state from Ghana, I don't know whether somebody called Papa Mills, after he left a church in Lagos, I think Synagogue Church, proclaiming them as he has seen God, only to go to Ghana and ask all Igbos to leave. People who were having about 30 million, 3 million to leave. And I warned him that, look, it's never done. He should what? Reverse the issue. He did it. And what happens in history? So whoever is doing it again, I don't know who the country is, but I'm told it's the same Ghana. We are with this press conference asking the president of that country to please reverse the issue, apologize to the ancestors of Africa so that he can be free. Otherwise, whatever happens to him is up to him, because it's a taboo. It's a taboo. We are aware that this colonial war of free Africa has been on for quite some time. But that notwithstanding, I cannot see the merit in a head of state of a country like South Africa or Uganda, asking, Zimbabweans to leave. It's a failure of African nationalism, and this is what we want to correct. I believe that with whatever happens in the next few weeks or months about those who took such a bad decision, the other leaders will learn, and I want to believe that they are listening now. My blessings.
You said President Muhammadu Buhari is not an architect of Nigeria, but is here to restructure some areas in Nigeria. Sir, President Muhammadu Buhari will get to the last chance of his first tenure.
Yeah.
I'm very sure May 29, when he will commence the second tenure. Sir, what are those things that you think that has to be properly done during the first tenure of President Muhammadu Buhari, and they are yet to be taught? And when he commences his second tenure, sir, what are those things that you think that has to be properly catered for immediately he assumed duty for the second tenure?
Before maybe this first tenure ends, I would love, Nigerians have been telling me, asking me, can we have a list of those cases pending who have been convicted, and that those who were listed on plea bargaining should not be allowed to go. They should be given some kind of suspended sentences so that their ilk will not be given opportunities to serve in the public anymore. One. Number two, women wearing trousers is a taboo. Yes. I wish the president should look into that. 3, pornography should be banned completely. Yes. And anybody found trading them should not be given the option of fine, but jailed 10 years minimum. 4, gambling should be banned completely. It should be replaced by lottery with the sole aim of, helping the handicapped people or whatever. Yes, and food importation has to be stopped if the president can do it. Apart from NAFDA, we must have specialists, true nationalists, who will sit down and actually examine the foods that we are eating. Yes. Again, there has to be the group to also go into soft drinks, because, this body is the temple of the Creator. And so you cannot be eating anything anyhow. Yes, 3 or 4 or 5. The president should please and please, yes, just give us an insight into the possibility of free education out to secondary school level. Yes, for Nigerians. Yes. And then 5, He should use his executive order to make sure that we don't have any open abattoirs anymore. You know, if you go around like on the way to Lagos, there's this place before you go to that mega bridge. Man, child. So bad, terribly bad. You can pull out something, build a big abattoir, say about maybe in the forest, and then have a rail that will go there. People can go and pick their meat. It's no good at all. It's not helpful. And then he should use his executive order again to please see that something is done with the rift between the ASU and their demands. Yes, very, very important. We want to see a situation where the Minister of Labor and Employment should be directed to make physical visits or create a forum where Nigerians can report, yes, whatever wrong things that employers are doing against the workers. Yes, they're very important. Not only that, I want to see a situation where the government should take over the sales of foodstuff, like in the days of old. Farmers were not open to this a kind of situation where they have to face the buyers direct. No. The government should have a kind of commodity board that will be buying things from the farmers, and then we can go there to buy. And in this case, they will need to introduce what we call credit cards or tickets, so that you don't carry cash to go and buy something anymore. It will stop this idea of people being robbed of their money, people being killed by armed robbers here and there. Then lastly, I want the president to really look into the negative role that religion is playing on the country, on Nigerians. We want to see a situation where an executive order will empower some few elders to go on radio and TV to educate the masses to know that religion is full of rites and rituals and is meant to bring peace, love, and harmony in the society. And so it is not the wish of the Creator that you should take up arms or weapons against anybody because he doesn't believe in what you are teaching or what you are saying. That will go a long way, so much. Yes. And not only that, I see a situation where the president must go into action in respect to the ex-governors who have now obtained a kind of sanctuary in the Senate. Yes, to come and explain certain things, certain actions that they took. I remember there was this ex-governor who was caught with a heavy sums of money, and he said he was going to go acquire taxi cars. Now if you go to a state, the taxi cars are nowhere to be found. Where did they disappear to? That's one thing. And so there are many like that. I believe that these few ones, yes, will help a lot redeem or clear the doubts that many have about Mr. President. And lastly, some people are saying the president has a kitchen cabinet, that, are very different to Nigerians' plight. Well, I don't see it that way. But I believe that the president is a human being like all of us. And so he should use his order to replace them. Yes, he should reflect the spirit of one Nigeria. If you look at it, you have Christians, Muslims, Catholics, but what about one love family? The president cannot go on like that, especially where you find that one love family is actually playing the most important role to make sure that Nigeria stays together, and no matter what happens, no war in Nigeria still stands. Blessings to everyone. Now, the immediate, when it's about the moment he's inaugurated, it's very hard to say now. But I can tell you that the ministers must reflect the love of Nigeria. He should not say because they didn't vote for me from the southeast or northeast. No, he should pick his men. Yes. This idea of gender equality must be discarded immediately. What should come into force is free education. Yes, I don't know how some of these top women in Europe and America go to the high post that they are. They work very hard. Oh yes. And then you don't want to see a foreign coach in Nigerian football or Nigerian hockey or sports being very lucrative and takes so much. If we take oil away, and what again? I think sports is number one. That has become a unifying force for Nigeria. So we need Nigerians to head. And then I want the president to please establish, as a matter of urgency, research foundations in all the universities. Yes, you can use 2 oil wells to do it. $20 billion start with 4 major universities, OAU, right? Ibadan, there's a name we call it, Ibadan. Huh? Yeah, UI, then Lagos University, Insuka, then Ahmadu Bello. Yes, let's start with the 5. Give them research funds, and give them conditions. And I want to see a situation where the sale of alcohol should not be public. There must be time, period, that off and on licensed shops, not be selling it 24 hours, no. There must be a time when you can buy them. And then the pubs too. And maybe finally I will say that the president should see the urgency in changing the film census board. Because if you look at the films that they are approving for, maybe for our audience, is rather against the anti-corruption drive going on. Yes. Not only that, we want the federal government to see the urgent need to approve the kind of cell phones that are sold here. And in the interest of peace, love, and harmony, there are so many films on these cell phones that should not be open to small kids. This area has to be looked at. I believe that is just what I see. And then finally, the president should see the need to have Ministry of Culture and Tradition. Culture and tradition, where the Obas, the Emirs, the Ezes, the Igwes should be given the opportunity to serve in that area so that along with whatever we are doing, there will be continuous promotion of culture and tradition, and that will really, really kill any desire for robberies, larceny, and all these suicide squads going on, cultism, and all that. Um, Come together to face the issue of acculturalization that is going on. There was a case of a program on radio where the anchorman was asking graduates to explain the meaning of Otomodebari Akaralofinje. The first graduate said, me, I'm going to buy some cars, and go around the world. The second one said he's going to what? Build an industry. The third one said, well, he's going to build a house in a family home. And the fourth one said, for me, all I have to do is what? Establish a factory. Now, the question is that the meaning? No. And so royal fathers have a role to play there by, forming a group, a pressure group, to see the state governments to actually establish a ministry of culture and tradition. And not only that, it's a taboo for a royal father to walk into the church or somebody to put hand on him. He has reached the highest office, traditionally. He doesn't need anybody's blessing. Oh yes, the Creator has blessed him. Not only that, so there has to be meetings regularly to discuss issues about their people in their area, their local government, in their state, and present them to the government for maybe consideration. A situation exists where, like for example, in Oyo State, or maybe old Western Nigeria, in the days of old, an armed robber cannot go to Osun River and escape. Something will happen to him. But now, the whole thing has changed considerably. Yes, people are now talking about the physical. To get a child, to get a job, to get a wife, to get twins. They're not talking about who we are, what we are, and what went wrong that made you and I now to be speaking English, even in the House of Assembly. They should see to it that, look, within the next few years, the lingua franca should be Yoruba in Yoruba land, Igbo in Igbo land, Ijaw, and not only that, it should be the medium of education in the universities. If you go to China, they don't speak English there in their university. They speak a lower Sanskrit. And Yoruba language is a higher Sanskrit. Igbo is a higher one. So all you need to do, the will, yes, for the royal father to say, look, oh, this is what we want, and it will click.
Sir, where the newly elected governors, they will start their tenure very soon.
Yeah.
The question goes to the new faces among them. When they were campaigning, they were saying this, they were saying that. Sir, what do you think they ought to take into consideration so that they will not miss the road of their electioneering campaigns?
Very simple. They have to be humane. They have to um, uh, programs. Like for example, those just let's take Lagos for example. Lagos is at peace because there is an understanding between the leaders that you must not create a situation where the incoming governor will start doing something new. No. Like in the materially advanced countries like UK, um, Russia, America, there's always a master plan. And whoever comes there, yes, carries on. And if there are other areas of, adjustment, they do so. In Nigeria, um, I am begging that a new legislation should come up whereby the salaries of the governors, yes, should be reduced in such a way that they will see the position as opportunity to serve, yes, opportunity to care. Um, if they can go in the area of checking hospitals, drugs, and then traditional medicine, yeah, because when you talk about a healthy nation or state, we are talking about the human beings that are there. And they say health is wealth. They should look at that area, whether it was in their manifesto or not. And not only that, they should take a cue at other countries of the world that the basic needs should be looking to housing, yes, roads, and something we call tender money. They should increase it. At least I want every governor in each state to declare free education up to secondary school level and see how it can be funded. So whatever they have given is not strong as providing what? Free education, uh, housing, at least for the 4 years they are going to be in, to build 30,000 houses every year. They should know. They should use the what contingency fund or is it security fund? Okay. Yeah, to do it because Maharaj is here. You'll be surprised that by the time the governor goes to the bank, 12 million that was there has changed to what? 12 trillion. That is what the master is all about. Yes, his job is to make sure that everybody feels him and enjoys him. And then one area, all the states must build what we call ashrams, sasa centers, where Maharaj's teachings will go ahead, will be taught to people to realize that, so Maharaj is the only grace that has been sent to man. So I believe that if they start on that very little humble beginning of taking care of accommodation, roads that goes into the farm lands, and then go into the schools. There are schools where you don't have even chairs. You have chairs, the roof is already broken. These are very, very important areas. Roads, the schools, and the health of the people. Fantastic. They did very well. Only that security was not all that enough. if I was among them. I'll provide army all over the place with guns in their hand. You can't move. Yeah, whoever will vote will vote. It's not a question of they are being terrorized, they are being coerced, or they are being fighting. No, look, if your heart is clear, will you be afraid? No, you go in. So I give them what, 75%. At least 75 is a pass or distinctions.
That one is distinction, sir. Sir, interference in internal affairs of developing countries is too much on Nigerians, most especially Britain and European Union countries. Sir, what do you think that has to be properly catered for so that necessary action will be taken on these interference?
Well, see, when you talk about Nigeria now, it's a project. But then we haven't got leaders who will tap from Nigeria or Nigerians. Like for example, I'm a Yoruba man. Before I was given this grace to do this service, you cannot steal and go free. You cannot insult anybody and go free. You cannot destroy and get away with it. So what am I trying to say here? Some nations are doing all kind of dirty things against Nigeria, and they are getting away with it in the name of religion, the name of politics. That's where tradition and culture comes in. If we recognize tradition and culture, there are certain things they will do at the border. There are certain things they will do in the town, maybe regularly once a week or once in a month, that whoever it is, wherever he or she may be, that goes against Nigeria or Nigeria will have what? The repercussion immediately. It's there in the scriptures. You say, you can't mock any human being. But today they are mocking us and getting away with it. So, what do? Two wrongs can never make it right. And that's why I'm telling them that if we have been using God, Allah, Chineke, Abasi for long and see where we are, we should use Maharaj. With Maharaj now, nobody will mess you up. Yes, with Maharaj now, you'll be able to see your way clear. Imagine Nigerians living in fear in UK, as I'm talking now. In Italy, you see them being what? Arrested here and there. They should not forget that it was the blacks that built the whole of Europe, the whole of America. Yes, it was the blacks. Today, I mean, if you go to US, the first president was a black man. George what? Oh no. Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. So today, if we are doing that, it's still failure of African nationalism. Why? Because the black man has been shifted from realizing or searching or going to the archive to know what went wrong, that today we have been made into slaves. Now they are talking about football, music, professor of theater arts, professor of history here and there, forgetting that we are more or less becoming passengers on earth. We don't know what is going on. We don't know what is happening. So that is just what is required now. Yes, he says, look, my right is your right, our right your right. Let us fight for it. So whoever is doing that there is because why? Look, there was this little show that I loved during the presidency of Obasanjo, where he nationalized Shell BP and many other companies in retaliation to what they did. We want to see such fireworks. Yes, you don't sit down there and they say anything about Nigeria and then we keep quiet. Like for example, you saw what happened the other day two of our ambassadors, they died in the Ethiopian air crash. It was because why? We are disconnected from the source. The moment we are connected, no way, nobody again can mess us up.
You made mention of football. Nigeria is participating in various competitions, but to me, we are here to get to the climax. Sir, who is faulty? The players, the NFA, or the government?
As you know, football is another department in the area of, in the Ministry of Sports. But it seems to be more funded than any other area, right? And so the attitude of the ordinary Nigerian should have to change from this idea that Oyinbo man are God, so whatever they say we agree. It is the coach. It's the coach. If we get a Nigerian coach there, somebody who eats eba, who eats amala, who eats tuwo shinkafa, man, we find that things will change because she will go and find out what is going to happen in this encounter. And they are going to tell him that this is what is going to happen and this is what you should do. And you do it. And that is it. They say God help those for themselves. But today we say we are calling a God of no, God has already given us everything here. We have to tap them, use them, and we win. Okay. Those days when Maharaj was in the Far East, the Indians were winning all the what? All the medals. Everything. So today we are asking Nigerians to use Maharaj. If we use Maharaj, no ball will enter that goal again. No way.
Country.
Yeah.
It seems, let me say that one, it seems killings are rampant. Shedding of blood of innocent Nigerians is rampant. Sir, as a word preacher, is it your work and other men of God, or government, or we Nigerian to work towards curbing this foolish act?
It's so sad. I really sympathize with the families of those who have been touched here and there. But it's something that can stop. I'm advising the government, if they can do it, all polytechnic students or secondary school students should be given the chance to serve in the police force, intelligence force. Their duty is to go around to educate the ordinary man on the street to know that religion is for peace, it's for love, for harmony. But when you go beyond that, where you see somebody going to somebody's farm and he says he's a cattle rearer and is carrying a Mark 47, and then he destroys my farm, and before you knew it, she fires the owner of the farm. It's something that we have to control. And that was what was actually gaining a kind of momentum some few months back, where some people were suggesting cattle colonies. Initially, I did opted for it, but later I changed my mind. Why? Because we have frozen chicken coming from America, Japan, corned beef coming from some countries. We can do the same thing. If you look at the agony, the pain, the misery, the melancholy kind of situation that a woman or a parent or a family who worked hard to send one very good person to university only to lose this child through gunfire or whatever. It's something that you and I must look at how if we start losing one every day, it could be those are the presidents that we are going to have tomorrow, could be governors. And so there's nothing that we can use, no amount of money can compensate for such losses. And so all we need now is to increase the awareness of the people through the TV and the radio, and then the security. We have to increase the security men. That will help a lot. We need it. Yes.
Perfect master and the world preacher of our time, sir. What will the devotee remember and hold into as a gift from the Lord?
What will
devotee
okay.
remember and hold into as gift from the God?
Becoming God again. That's number one. There's no gift on this earth more than being made immortal and beyond human destruction. Secondly, the gift of knowledge is the best in the world, because the gift of knowledge is seeing God alive, knowing that God exists, and one is given overall right to choose whatever he wants to be in life, whatever he wants to be, because it is the divine knowledge that gives one the power to live, the power to care, the power to protect, the power to do things that will bring happiness into our home. Believe that is the cause of the problem we are facing now. Lack of knowledge. Not knowledge of books, knowledge of professions, no. Knowledge of the God within. Yes, the Maharaj. So that is knowing that the true name of the Creator is Maharaj is the highest gift on earth for any person. Because from there on, for the moment you know Maharaj, you have a key that can open every door on earth, anywhere, anytime. Yes.
We've just heard, or it has just been broadcast, that APC gubernatorial candidate, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, has approached court in order to challenge the victory of engineer Seyi Makinde, or against the step being taken by the APC gubernatorial candidate in the state.
We are human beings, we are Nigerians, and we have a law that binds everybody. Everybody has a right to live, right to express himself, right to go anywhere he wants to go. And so if he's not pleased with the elections and he wants to go on travel, so be it. But I know that elections will come and go. What about this life? Oh yes. Just a few months back, Sugar, a former, still a member of the House of Reps.
Yes.
So he got shot. That's what I'm saying. Elections will come and go. But we need something that can guarantee life. And that is what we are saying is Maharaj. So let Pankalames go. I love it. Why not? It's a try. Check out. Maybe something went from here or there. He needs to do something. And if it pleases the Almighty Maharaji, that yes, he succeeds, well and good, you welcome him with excellency. But as of today, you know that Seyi Makinde is the one.
Was there any prophecy before the outcome of of the general elections?
Oh, yes. There are so many prophecies. But you see, as a living master, I don't prophesy. I always choose the one that is okay, that you go, you win. And being a custodian of culture, and the fact that being an expert in African history, particularly in Nigeria, I saw the need for Nigerians, particularly the Oyo State, to show some kind of love towards Adelabu, because his father or grandfather, whichever way they call it, um, was to be the first prime minister of Nigeria. In fact, everything was set ready. Then Galames, before he realized it, they tricked him to go to Saudi Arabia to go and see God there. And I know that before he left, my uncle was among them. They were asking him, Baba, you got to this limelight without knowing anything about Islam, without going to say, we hope that when you come back, you are not going to abandon the tradition. And because you say, oh no, no way. I'm going now. When I come back, I'll be stronger. Only for him to come back. Before I realized it, few minutes was his inauguration. He was killed on the old Ibadan Lagos Express Road. And that was the end of that very beautiful career, bright career of yeah, I can't believe it. And so I felt like his grandson or one of his kids, grandson, coming out should be given the opportunity to serve. Yes, okay. But few minutes, few days to the elections, there was this press conference where he was being asked, what will you do with what is happening in Oyo State? Is he not going to probe the incumbent governor? And he says, no, he cannot probe. You see, it touched the hearts of everybody. And with that has been going on. Nigerians, particularly the Ibadan people, Oyo State people, they felt so bad that they have not been having it so easy with the present administration. And so they would rather what? Do something else. And there was this incident again at the praying grounds where they went for prayer, and it became like a war of words, rather than blessing and worshiping the Creator. Yes. And so I wasn't surprised that the Ibadan people and the whole of Oyo, they went on the other side to vote for another party. But if you put all together, it looks as if we are now going through a rebirth. Yes, a renewal of hearts. So that at the end of the day, if going to the court, we change this, let it change. But I believe that whoever gets there must not forget the fact that Maharaj is here. And that's why all their misdemeanors, misapplications, all these threats here and there has not actually turned to a bigger conflict. And so they should seek Maharaj's advice. Any human being without divine knowledge is like a river without water. Or you may say a car without tires. I'm asking that today, if you look at the, heavy expenditure we made in the area of religion, and buying of books, traveling here and there. It has not helped anybody. Rather, things have gone worse. So I'm asking that Nigerians should seek for divine knowledge. Yes, divine knowledge will help a lot, excuse me, will help a lot. It will save lives, save money, save time. All these anxieties will disappear. Divine knowledge, very important. Secondly, I've told you and I'll say it here. You don't need to pray with God, Allah, Tetragrammaton, Yahweh, Kamahuligan anymore. It brings armed robbery, pen robbers, integrity crisis, tsunamis, earthquakes. Use the name Maharaji. Maharaji is the name of the creator at the beginning. It was during the legal conferences of the European aristocrats, AD 21 and AD 60, that they replaced Maharaji, or they moved Maharaji from the scriptures and replaced it with what? English for God, God for English people, Allah for Saudis. Look at the problems now. Yes, with Maharaji now, we'll make a river in a desert. We will surprise the world. Look at me, one person, saying, come with me, no war in Nigeria. It's not that people have not tried to make war, happen here, but because the Creator is above everybody. So I am talking to you now, and I'm challenging all the professors of our universities to stop deceiving the world. Yes, they cannot propound a philosophy that will always lead to death at early age. If we go into the universities, we make a research there. We have at least about 18 deaths every semester in the universities, minimum. What do you think has gone wrong? There are some who have not offended anybody. They have not even, they are very hardworking, they are trustworthy, they are reliable. So mothers, please, I am the greatest spiritual mother on earth. I feel pained to hear that you have lost your son, you have lost your husband, you have lost your child. I am the one who was there at the beginning. That's why you see me in this dark skin. At the beginning, there was no white race. It was black. It was the part of the black that went underwater, came back in a light skin. And so, with all the propagations going on, philosophy being propounded to convey a message that there's a supreme being. But instead, they were very weak. They only showed Jesus as a white man, Abraham, Moses, Adam, all of them. Whereas no, they were all blacks at the beginning. So I'm telling you the same thing. You don't need to swallow me or whatever I'm saying, who can sink down. But I'm telling you, please, for the world to be saved, it has to start from your home. So professors, why don't you create a department for what? Divine knowledge. And invite me, come and explain. Yes, the Bible have said it, the Quran, the Gita, all have said it. But I'm the one that they are talking about. Oh yes, whether you believe it or not, I'm real now. I can raise my hand. Muhammad cannot raise his hand. Jesus cannot raise his hand. Buddha cannot turn his head. he cannot smile. I'm the only one that you can see smiling. Oh yes. So Nigeria, we cannot sit down importing. We should start to make our own. And that's why I need your support wherever you are. I need your support so as to launch a new world. I came for you, and I'm for you, you are for me. We have to work together to make Nigeria great. As for those who are, one way or the other, being used to cause war, to create wahala in so many homes, be ready. I'll catch you wherever you are. You can go and hide in America. I'll get you there. And you cannot break Nigeria. Yes. So there's need our legislators to legislate on federal character. We don't need it. It de-emphasizes merit. Oh yes. Progress and stability. Oh yes. We need a situation where Nigeria should be free, should be given free chance. And then in our forms, we should not, I repeat, include religion anymore. No. Let us know that. You can be a Muslim, Christian, a devotee of Maharaj, can be a devotee of Jesus, whatever. That is your personal thing. The Creator did not say that a Muslim should fight what? A Christian. A Christian should fight a pagan. A pagan should fight a believer. No. So those things are impurities. When we lost contact with Maharaj, they say I'm a Muslim, and so what? I am a Christian, and so what? I believe in Catholic, and so what? You want to turn Nigeria into what is going on in Middle East? No. You can't turn Nigeria into what is going on in America. No. What is going on in Europe? No. We cannot sit down. Earthquake will come. Hey, no. Hey, Joe. The religion of man is love. 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 Please. Please. Just love. When you love, you live longer. Don't say your religion said your money has to go into your religion, your people. No. And don't sell yourself because of religion. Oh yes, you go and take a bank loan in the name of religion and you go out shouting. You don't want to see any Igbo man, any Yoruba man who is not a Catholic, who is not a Muslim, who is not a Christian. You are not going to live long. Because why? You are not behaving like your Father, the Creator of heaven and earth. God is not a tribalist. He's not a religionist. He's not a destroyer. He is love, love, love. So, I look forward to seeing you one day. Oh yes. But then, I told you, call Maharaji in your room. Maharaji today is representing the Creator. And the Creator will not give any chance to doubt him. I feel I have something that can give you kingdom of heaven on earth. Make you immortal, free from human disease. Even if you are inside the aeroplane and the pilot is saying, hey, fasten your seatbelt. You fasten your seatbelt because that is the rule. But then you start talking, Maharaji, my life is in your hands. My life is in your hands. My life is in your hands. Guru Maharaji, that's it. The plane will come down and you'll be alive. So, I know Joe, you
A fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ díẹ̀ lórí ta ló jẹ́ SatGuru Maharaj. A béèrè àwọn nǹkan kọ̀ọ̀kan léyìí tá fi dọ́gbọ́n tan ìmọ́lẹ̀ sí. Kì í ṣe pé bàtà wa ń béèrè ìbéèrè tàbí tá a bá gbé sórí afẹ́fẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn tí ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ bí gan púpọ̀ tó sàn yẹ̀rù mí lẹ́nu pé bóra ṣe túlẹ̀ kan SatGuru Maharaj nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ sá. ṣùgbọ́n àwọn béèrè tí àdọ̀gbọ́nra máa béèrè gẹ́gẹ́ bí oró yìí láṣẹ béèrè ó ṣeé ṣe àwọn àbéèrè míì láti fẹ́ wàgbò tó bá ṣe é ṣí fún wa ẹ bá wa ṣí ní tí ò bá ṣe é ṣí kí àdọ̀gbọ́n da aṣọ bò ó. Bàbá wa SatGuru Maharaj ta ni Guru Maharaj Yorùbá ni Ìgbò ni èèyàn ni àbí àwòkọ́ṣe Ọlọ́run àbọ́lọ́run fúnra rẹ̀.
Wọ́n ní wọ́n dá wa ní àwòrán Ọlọ́run ọmọ ẹkùn náà ni ọmọ bíbí ìlú Ìbàdàn ni mí, ọmọ àjòròsùn, ọmọ ẹlẹ́dẹ̀. Wọ́n bí wa sí òkè òkun ni torí àwọn bàbá wa àti ìyá wa wọ́n wá ohun ajé lọ. Ìlú ní táǹpé ní Òbùàsì nígbà ni ó jẹ́ ìlú ńláńlá nípa góòlù ní gbogbo Áfíríkà nígbà ni ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti bí wa. But nínú ẹ̀mí a rí pé 1941 ni Maharaj rán àwọn kan tí bàbá Adam jẹ́ olórí wọn tí wọ́n lọ láti lọ fọ ilẹ̀ Ghana mọ́ nígbà Gold Coast ni wọ́n pè é. Pàtí bàbá yẹn gbẹ́sẹ̀ lórí ilẹ̀ Ghana báyìí ní 1941 ilẹ̀ míì fún ọjọ́ méje wọ́n mọ̀ pé yes eré wọlé dé. Ogúnjọ́ oṣù kejìlá ọdún 1947 ni wọ́n bí àwa, ọjọ́ tí ọ̀sán dòru bẹ́ẹ̀ dúró ẹ̀rù sákàkiri láàmú ẹ̀ pé ire ló wọlé dé mi.
Ọjọ́ tọ̀sán dòru ni wọ́n bí Guru Maharaj.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. So èmi náà rèé lójókòó yìí ọmọ Olúbàdàn lábí Ọ̀yọ́ ni mí. Má gbàgbé pé ní abí Ọ̀yọ́ ni òkè Màpó là ń gbé tẹ́lẹ̀, àwa la ní gbogbo ìsàlẹ̀ òsì ni. Pàtàyé ṣèyí tó ìbò dé ìbò ńlá ní ká lọ sí Adé Ọ̀yọ́. Now àwọn mẹ́ta ni Akínbámi, Akínbílé àti Akínjùmọ̀. Akínbámi ní ológun ni ìgbà tó di pé wọ́n jà wọ Ìbàdàn wọ́n dúró díẹ̀ ní wọ́n ní kọ́ lọ pé àwọn àbúrò wọn wá Akínbílé àti Akínjùmọ̀. Àti wá dé ni wọ́n dùn sí gbogbo wọn bá wá bí tí wọ́n lọ gbé. Akínbílé lọ bí tiwọn, Akínjùmọ̀ lọ sí ilé ìdàrú. Nínú àwọn ọmọ Akínjùmọ̀ nílé ìdàrú ni wọ́n á jẹ ọba tí gbogbo wa òkè òkun la wà. So ó di pé kíni à ń bá kíní nìbọn. Àmọ́ ṣé mọ̀ pé ẹni tí ń bẹ láyé ń bí tí ò bá ṣe ń táwọn ìbò ń wí wàhálà ó bà á. Ìyẹn ló fà á tó pé ẹ máa gbọ́ pọ́n ní orúkọ mi ní Mohammed Sahib. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lágbà pé orúkọ gidi tí Ẹlẹ́dàá fún wa ní kíni Àkànjí Ajírọ́batán Akínbámi. So ìyẹn ló fà á tí ẹ máa ń gbọ́ pọ́n pè mí Mohammed Sahib Dan Ibrahim. Tẹ bá délé wa ń bẹ̀rù lájọ́ ní ẹ̀rí mọ́ṣáláṣí ńlá ń bẹ̀. Àmọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ń bẹ ń bẹ̀ o. Báwa ṣe lọ́ọ́ lo òyìnbó ni ní 75 kẹ́lẹ̀ tó lọ akọ́ ìwé marketing ta ní national certificate kan lọ́wọ́ ta fi lọ́ọ́ lo òyìnbó. So bàtà dé ìlú òyìnbó la gbọ́ pé wọ́n sọ nípa Maharaj. Wọ́n ní Maharaj ní orúkọ Ọlọ́run tó ti wà níwáṣẹ̀ ìpè ńgbà táyé fọ́ ni ó wá di kólúkùrù bẹ̀ sí pé God wàhálà nǹkan múnìyà báà ló ṣe jẹ́ ọmọ àgbà ní mi OM náà bá lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Pàtó wọ́n dẹ̀ fún wa nímọ̀ ní January 1, 1980 náà sọ pé ìwọ ni ẹni tá à ń retí Mohammed Sahib káàbọ̀ ó parí wọ́n ní ìwọ ni living master tí ó máa báṣẹ́ lọ ẹ bá wò nínú ìwé ti bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ní July 76 ní University of Pennsylvania ní State of Pennsylvania ní United States Guru Maharaj ti ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àmọ́ tẹ́ bá wò nú ẹ̀mí ó dàbí àwọ̀ tí mo lò láti fi padà bí ọkọ̀ tí mo lò lọ́ba ní ọmọ Sàíbù ń bọ̀ láti Africa o most popular state in Africa bí a ṣe wọlé ni o àti di July 17 ní bá kúrò bá dé Nàìjíríà o à ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o ẹ má jẹ́ káyé parẹ́ o ayé ò lè parẹ́ mọ́ o orúkọ Ọlọ́run tó ti wà níwáṣẹ̀ ni wọn ara jí wọ́n ní wọn ara jí kẹ̀ wọ́n yẹ ìdánwò ní kí ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ìwé kíkà wọ́n dẹ̀ ń dánwò dẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹlòmíì wà tẹ́ pé wọ́n ti dá ikú fún tó bá ti rí ní báyìí ó ti bọ́ nú ẹ̀ ẹlòmíì wà àìsàn ẹlòmíì àìríjẹ àìrímu ẹlòmíì àti kàwé di nǹkan so Maharaj ló jókòó yìí bí ọmọ ènìyàn àmọ́ ẹ̀mí yẹn ló dàbí aṣọ tí mo wọ̀ tó ń gbé mi káàkiri láti fi hàn pé Ọlọ́run kì í ṣe ọba àkà Ọlọ́run kì í dáni lẹ́bi kì í dáni lẹ́jọ́ ó máa ń fúnyàn ní nǹkan ni kì í bínú síyàn ayé ló ń bínú ayé ló ń báyàn jà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni òjò ò lọ́ta omi ò lọ́ta òrùn ò lọ́ta ilẹ̀ ò lọ́ta àmọ́ téèyàn bá da ilẹ̀ wọ́n ní ó ṣe kí ni yóò bá lè lọ láfi lọ sọ́dọ̀ Maharaj kó fún wa ní ẹ̀bùn ní bó ṣe jẹ́ ni.
ẹ ti fẹ́ tó 100 ọdún báyìí tí n bá ṣe ní ilé ìdílé.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
ọmọ Ìbàdàn ní SatGuru Maharaj.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
ẹ kàwé dáadáa gan torí àwọn èdè ẹnu yẹn kò fẹ́ fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ kò fẹ́ ṣe àyè kankan. jẹ́ kí a wò ó sí Maharaj náà. ṣé ẹ níyàwó.
òjíṣẹ́ ńlá Ọlọ́run ọ̀rọ̀ ìyàwó kó la fẹ́ sọ́ọ̀sìn iṣẹ́ tá a wá ṣe ni pé ká gbàyàn là ká tún ayé ṣe káyé dúró ṣé àsìkò ìyàwó ló kàn ń sè ní èèyàn ló ń kú bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹnìkan ló ń kú bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹnìkan ló wà ní hospital rí so èèyàn kọ́ làpá wọ́n ní àsìkò tí ẹlẹ́dàá bá sọ̀kalẹ̀ wọn kì í níyàwó èèyàn máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ láti gba ayé là nígbà tí ayé bá tábà gba ayé là tí ò bá sí mànúwọ̀ta bàbá wàtá àìjẹ́ oṣó ọgbàǹjẹ emèrè àwọn jẹkújẹdá èèyàn tí wọ́n ń dànkọrú lẹ́yìn yẹn a lè wo bẹ̀ yẹn but àsìkò yìí sẹ̀ àti gbàyànà ló ṣe pàtàkì.
ṣé a ò mọ fọwọ́ kan ojú egbò bàbá SatGuru Maharaj pẹ̀lú ìbéèrè tá à ń béèrè ṣé a ò tí ì mọ túlétúlé ò tí ì mọ tọ́ bọ̀wọ́ bòkú lójú.
ibẹ̀ yẹn ò yé mi o.
ṣé ìbéèrè wa ò tí ì mọ kọjá ní tí agbára wa ká.
ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹni tó mú wa pàdé ń bì ní nípa pé ká gbàyàn lánàá kì í sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ka máa jẹ fàájì mu fàájì nǹkan kan.
ẹ jẹ́ ká wo nǹkan kan wò ní àìpẹ́ yìí àwọn kan pariwo pé SatGuru Maharaj ti sùn kò jí mọ́ ṣé à ń fi ìyẹra ẹ̀mí gígùn ní àbáwọn ènìyàn sọkúsọ káàkiri.
ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé wíwá Maharaj ó jẹ́ nǹkan ńlá ni iye owó tá à ń ná lórí bíbélì àti kùránì àti pé ká máa lọ sí Holy Land nìkan ní Saudi a lọ sí India a lọ sí Japan a lọ sí China kẹ́nìkan wá dé kó sọ pé ẹ rí Ọlọ́run bẹ nínú yín ṣé mọ̀ ó sọ lú ẹ di kí ni olówó ńlá ni torí kò ní sí pé a tún gbàdúrà mọ́ a tún gbàbẹ́là a tún gbàwẹ̀ Ọlọ́run kẹ̀ èèyàn tún gbàwẹ̀ torí pé èèyàn fẹ́ rí Ọlọ́run àánú Ọlọ́run so torí yẹn ni wọ́n fi ń ṣe gbogbo tó ń ṣe nì ìgbà kan rí náà ní Maharaj pààyàn wọ́n wá ju òkú sí iwájú mission wa ní ìlú gbogbo ẹ̀ láti jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn lè sá fún Maharaj láàmú pé ẹ̀mí wọn ni wọ́n ń sá fún so definitely bọ́rọ̀ ní ṣe rí inú Màrájì òkú ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run ò kí kù níbi Yorùbá ni wá ẹ ti àwùkẹ́yà tẹ̀ wò nílùú Ìbàdàn bì nígbà táwa wà ní kékeré ṣàṣà ní ilẹ̀ máa rí obituary under 150 200 250 200 250 kí ló fà á ń pa ẹni wọ́n wà nínú ẹ̀mí ọtí ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa kígbe pé Jésù ò ní jẹ́ àwùsùbìláì kíníkan níbo ni àwùsùbìláì lọ èdè elédè so bọ́rọ̀ ṣe rí ni Màrájì òkè kú o tásìkò bá tó ó lè jẹ́ kó ọmọ yín à á sọ pé ẹ tẹ̀lé ẹni ẹ o àmọ́ kì í ṣe ẹni tẹ́ pé ó máa jẹ́ jàgùdà tó ń pààyàn tó ń ẹmu tó ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi tí ò lọ sọ bó ṣe jẹ́ ni ẹ o.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n wo ìbéèrè àwọn kankan àmì tó fẹ́ pọ̀ ńgbà tí àwọn wọlé síbí papọ̀ ń bẹ̀ dáadáa nígbà tí ìrísí yín náà àríkùpà àrífòfò kí ni ṣe pàtàkì àmì ìdán lórí ta wà.
àmì pupa òun ni àmì ìṣẹ́gun red tó bá kàwé ní Bíbélì wọn nígbà tí Daniel jọba ibi nílẹ̀ wa ń bí wọ́n ti bẹ̀ sí yí ohun torí wọn fẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ Màrájì múlẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá di dókítà ní yunifásitì aṣọ pupa ni wọ́n máa ń wọ̀ fún wọn nísìnyí wọ́n ti ń yí wọ́n máa ń pè é ọ̀rọ̀ àgbà tí ò bá ṣe láàárọ̀ now nínú àwọn àmì nì àwọn kan wà níbẹ̀ bíi aró kọ́lọ̀ búlù la ní kí àwọn èèyàn kan máa lò mọ́ torí pé kí ni tẹ́ bá wò nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe bíríìjì Èkó obìnrin tí wọ́n mú ní abẹ́ odò nì Ìyá Láró ó ní ò jẹ́ kí wọ́n tètè ṣe bíríìjì nì jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ tẹ́ bá wo ẹni tó bá kú ẹ̀jẹ̀ rẹ̀ máa ń dàbí kí ni aró ni so tàbí sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa pé à ń bẹ láì ẹ̀jẹ̀ wa pupa ní àmì pupa ní ìfẹ́ ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ wo fúláwà yìí náà jẹ́ ẹni bó ṣe rí di ìta pupa ni bí tòmátì ata tó ń bá pọ́n tàbí pọ̀pọ́ ó máa ń pupa ni so ìyẹn dúró kan náà yẹ́lò dáńpé ní àmì góòlù ó máa ń da nínú ilé tí o bá wà nílé kan kó kún kó máa kún ilé ní búlúù mọ́ kẹ bá lọ sí hospital ń sìn kẹ bá lọ ṣe àyẹ̀wò ńbẹ̀ ẹ rí i pé ọ̀pọ̀ wọn tí wọ́n wà ní hospital ilé búlúù ni wọ́n ti jáde wá kí ni mo fi sọ búlúù òun ni wọ́n ń pè ní marine power pé kó máa ń dá wàhálà lẹ́nu gbogbo àgbáyé àfi ní káwọn èèyàn kó má máa lo blue mọ́ kó máa lo red yellow green àti brown àmọ́ blue kásá fún o òjì bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
lẹ́nu kan àwọn àmì yẹn ni ẹ jẹ́ ká wo Guru Maraji village láwà kí ló bí ìdásílẹ̀ bí gan àti pé ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹrin ó máa ń níṣe pàtàkì pẹ̀lú ibi tá a wà yìí.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣé gbogbo ala ń lọ káàkiri lágbàáyé láti máa wádìí kan tá a lè lọ tí gbogbo ìṣòro wa yóò kàn ṣe kí ni ó disappear ẹlòmíì ti lọ sí Saudi ó dé ẹyin góòlù ló gbé dání gbogbo owó ti lọ ẹlòmíì tí ẹ ra màálù títí ẹlòmíì gbàwé ó ti di lẹ́tà áyí ẹlòmíì àwọn ọmọ mẹ́rin náà ti kú mọ́ òun lọ́wọ́ wọn á ní Ọlọ́run ló fún Ọlọ́run ló gbà rárá Ọlọ́run kì í ṣerú ẹ̀ o la fi wá àyè síbí Maharaji village the highest spiritual center of the universe tó tóbi jù tó pé láti bí ibi kí n tẹ bá wà láì tiẹ̀ tí ì rí Maharaji ẹ gbóhùn tí ó máa sọ fólú ẹ̀ nǹkan báyìí ló bá wà o báyìí ló ṣe báyìí ló ṣe ẹni tí ń bọ̀ yìí bá sọ̀rọ̀ so la fi mọ̀ pé ó ti di ilẹ̀ mímọ́ ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹrin ọdún 1987 la ṣí fún àgbáyé kí gbogbo èèyàn máa wá síbẹ̀ kó kó máa wá. Kò ní ìdí kéèyàn máa lọ sí India mọ́, kò ní ìdí kéèyàn lọ sí China mọ́, kò ní ìdí kéèyàn lọ sí America mọ́. Kó wá sí kíni highest spiritual center of the universe. Ibẹ̀ ni ẹ̀mí mímọ́ ní gbé. Àwọn kan máa ní Maharaj why tí wọ́n pè ní world teacher, olùkọ́ni àgbáyé, torí òun ni ọlọ́run èèyàn tí ń bẹ ńlẹ̀. Ẹ bá ka Bíbélì dáwọ́ ní kíni wọ́n dá èèyàn bí àwòrán ọlọ́run ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọmọ ọlọ́run òun náà ọlọ́run torí agbára ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. Ní ìwé ẹ̀rí tí wọ́n sọ pé ó lẹ́yìn tó bá ti rí ọmọ ó ti rí bàbá, torí òun ni àyànfẹ́ ọlọ́run ni, tí àwọ̀ ẹ̀ tó mú àwọ̀ èèyàn láti fi kíni orí ọ̀fẹ́ nì fún àwọn èèyàn tí ń bẹ ní àgbáyé. So Maharaj village ló yẹ kẹ́ ẹ máa lọ. Tẹ bá dé Maharaj village nísìnyí oúnjẹ ọ̀fẹ́ wà o, ẹ̀ẹ̀kan lóòjọ́. Tó o bá tètè dé ó bá, àwọn tó o bá dé ńgbà míì aago 11 ni, gbà mí aago 12, gbà mí aago 3, oúnjẹ ọ̀fẹ́ ni. Ìbáà jẹ́ bà, ìbáà jẹ́ àmàlà, ìbáà jẹ́ pákí, ìbáà jẹ́ akú, ìbáà jẹ́ sẹ́mọ́línà, ẹ̀ẹ̀kan ni, ọ̀fẹ́ ni. Ìrẹ́ náà máa bọ̀ nítorí pé kí ni a ti gbé Maharaj village lẹ̀ o. Ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹrin tá a wà yìí ni gbogbo ayé ó pàdé níbà. Ìrẹ́ náà wá kó lè bá a gba ìmọ̀ tiẹ̀. Tó bá ní ìmọ̀, ìrẹ́ náà ó ṣe mọ́tò, ìrẹ́ náà ó ṣe kẹ̀kẹ́. Gbogbo ohun rere yìí ń bẹ nínú wa. Maharaj ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ tí ó ṣílẹ̀kùn ni. Ojú bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ bàbá mi.
Gbábí ìsìn bí ẹ̀ ń bá àwọn kìrìsìtẹ́nì ìsìn sunday náà mọ̀ sí àwọn abẹ́ muslim mọ̀ sí. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí mo dé ní àárọ̀ bí ọwọ́ aago 9 mo bá mi ti ń ṣe aago 9 mo ti wà mí aago 9 kú bí ìṣẹ́jú 7 ni mo ti débí láàárọ̀. Àbáṣe wo aago ní ìsìn aago 4 ti kọjá ìṣẹ́jú 14. Èmi náà fara ro Maharaj fìlè dáadáa lónìí gan nìyẹn.
Tó wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ṣé mo àti ògbà sí bàbá ńlé, àárí àwọn kan pera wọn ní bàbá ní àwọn ìwé ní tẹ́ ń ka ni. Ẹni tẹ́bi dẹ̀ ń pa tó fẹ́ rí ìyá rẹ̀, tó fẹ́ jẹ̀bà, tó fẹ́ jẹ ráìsì, ǹjẹ́ ìwé kíkà lè ṣiṣẹ́ fún un? Rárá, kò lè tó. So ni àwọn tẹ́ rí nì òyìnbó ló mú yẹn wá. Ìpẹ́ tá a bá ti ń tẹ̀lé sìn, agbára ẹ̀mí wa máa dínkù, wọ́n máa lò wá nílòkulò, wọ́n máa tì wá dànù. So wíwá àti Maharaj tí Maharaj dé 24 hours ni, kò sí sinmi. Èmi gan mi ò sùn rí o láti January 1, 1980 kò sóhun o. Kò sóhun o kẹ́ni. Ọba sùn díẹ̀ bọ̀ wọ́n á kàn rẹ̀ etí ẹ̀ kúrò ní. Ṣẹ́mọ̀ ní tó fi jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé àwọn èèyàn òun mọ̀ pé ara ìkan ni. Èyí tó jẹ́ agbára ní ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run tí ń bẹ nínú wa. Ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run lè yíra sí kìnìún, igi, báírò nǹkankan. Àṣírí yẹn la mọ̀ nígbà tá a wà kékeré. Àwọn ìwé kan wà tá à ń kà, ìwé aláwìyé igbó Elédùmarè tó sọ nípa tí ó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bí yìí sì, tó yẹ pé kí ni tí ò bá wà nínú ẹ̀mí, bàbá kò sí téèyàn lè ṣe. Àmọ́ nínú ẹ̀mí àwọn tí ń bẹ tí wọ́n ní wọ́n ṣe church wọn ò sínú ẹ̀mí, nípa tí wọ́n ń purọ́, wọ́n ń jalè, wọ́n ń para wọn, wọ́n ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi tí ò lọ. Ẹ̀mí ò dẹ́nì kankan lẹ́bi ò rárá. Àkànṣọ pé kẹ́ni ẹni tó bá ti ń ṣe bí kò ní mọ ọjọ́ ìkẹyìn. Ẹni tó bá ń ṣe nǹkan burúkú kò ní mọ tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí. Ó ṣeé ṣe pé àsìkò tí inú ẹ̀ ń dùn gan ni. Ẹ wo bàbá tí wọ́n ní wọ́n pa nílùú Ìbàdàn lè ṣẹlẹ̀, ó ní clinic 3, ó dẹ̀ gba àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ káàkiri. Kí òun ló yẹ kí wọ́n pa ni? Rárá, tó pé kò ní ìmọ̀ ni. Tó bá ní ìmọ̀, Maharaj sọ pé kó má jáde ńjọ́ nì. Tó bá tiẹ̀ máa jáde, aṣọ báyìí báyìí ni kó wọ̀. Maharaj lè sọ pé ọkùnrin kó tiẹ̀ fi ẹrí sétí. Tó pé kí ni ọba, wọn ní ọba tó tóbi ni, kì í fìyà jẹ ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó sì jẹ́ ni.
Ǹjẹ́ lè wọ mọ́tò mi yàtọ̀ sí mọ́tò?
Oh yes, wọ́n ní wọ mọ́tò búlù àti wáyé pé mọ́tò mi takú sọ́nù. tí mọ́tò bí ìbàdàn mú wọ̀ tó pé àwọn tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ orí ọ̀fọ̀ Ọlọ́run.
ẹnìkan lè wọ earring lẹ́ẹ̀kan bá bí ọkùnrin tó wà.
Kí ló fi tí mo fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ẹlẹ́dàá láti jẹ́ kí ààbò ní pé kọ́ máa pẹ́ ní ìrìn ẹlẹ́dàá lè yí àwọ̀ ẹ̀sìn obìnrin tí èèyàn máa rí pé òun ló wà mẹ́rin. ẹ wo ní Koran wọ́n ní gbà tí wọ́n lé àmì Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ọwọ́ inú ihò kan lọ gbà tí wọ́n dé wọ́n àwọn pé ṣé èèyàn mi lè bí ni wọ́n ní ẹyẹ lélẹ́ ìjà rẹ̀ ẹ̀ tó pé ó wà pẹ̀lú Ọlọ́run kò ṣeé pa.
ẹni tó bá jìnnà sí village yìí kò ní mọ̀ pé àwọn ọ̀mọ̀wé wà ń bẹ̀. ó lè ṣe kó wọn jọ torí mo ráwọn tó jẹ́ certified journalist tájọ ń fòrò kẹrùn náà tájọ wà bímọ sáwọn ọmọ oríṣiríṣi àwọn èèyàn mi àti pé níbi gan sọ Yorùbá gan púpọ̀ gan.
tó ṣẹlẹ̀
ẹ sábà sọ Yorùbá ń bí.
a sọ Yorùbá in fact ó ní ọjọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan tí mo gbọ́dọ̀ máa sọ Yorùbá nítorí mo lọ sí ọba àṣàrà ló pè mí mo dẹ̀ lọ́bẹ̀ mo bẹ̀ sí ṣàlàyé tí nígbà tí mo ṣe tán màmá kan wá náà sókè pé mẹ́ẹ̀gbọ́n mi fọ́ ṣẹ́rí ọjọ́ yẹn ẹ̀mọ tí mo ṣe wọ́n ilẹ̀ ń sọ gan kò yé àwọn láti jẹ́ mo ti mọ̀ pé àwọn yìí kò yẹ kí n máa fi sọ èdè míì mọ́ tó wàá sọ Yorùbá ẹ̀kọ́ kan à ń fún wọn láyé àwọn tó ń gba ìmọ̀ tó máa fẹ́ sọ jẹ́rìí tí Màrájì ṣe fún wọn tó máa jókòó lórí àga ni wọ́n lè sọ ní èdè tó máa láì bẹ́ẹ̀ ni torí kì í ṣe èdè nì ló ṣe pàtàkì bíi pé iṣẹ́ tí ẹ̀mí mọ́ ń ṣe lára èèyàn.
ìrísí yín ràbí ẹni pé ẹ lu bíi sígèlè àbíbò yàbí.
ẹ ṣe mọ̀ pé orí òun ni orísun orí mímọ́ láyé yìí.
ẹ̀yin dé fìlà.
ilé ẹ̀ dé fìlà.
òkè máa dé fìlà náà.
máa dé fìlà kankan nítorí ọjọ́ tí mo lọ dé fìlà ká lọ rí ẹnìkan ní rédíò station ṣíṣe màmá ẹ̀ kọjá mi wọ́n ní gúrúdà àṣé tó pé mo dé fìlà ní òfin mọ̀ pé mi ọjọ́ ìrà wọ́n fẹ́ wọlé jù ẹ̀.
àwọn yẹn ti mọ bíi kára dé lórí gèlè yẹn kọra wo wọ́n ti mọ̀ mọ́.
ó yà ẹ mú wá wọ́n wè.
ẹ jẹ́ kí ara wò tí ìmáàmù bá sílé bóyá lánàá lè kírun fún tí pásítọ̀ bá sílé pásítọ̀ kejì lè ràn lọ́wọ́ ká pé lọ́ọ̀rìn àjò ẹ̀ tètè dé ìdáhùn kan lè máa ṣiṣẹ́ nípa dé yìí.
kò sí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn bí yìí ìjọba Ọlọ́run ló dé yìí ẹnikẹ́ni lè ṣe tí Màrájì ṣe àmọ́ ẹni ò lè pèrè ní SatGuru Maharaj kò sí ká ń ṣe ní ètò jẹ́ tuntun.
kò lè pèrè ní SatGuru Maharaj. SatGuru Maharaj ẹ lè sun ẹ̀yìn ẹ lè sun bí ẹ bá lọ́ọ̀rìn àjò ńjọ́ kan kápẹ́ lọ́ọ̀rìn àjò sẹ́ lè sun bẹ̀.
dáadáa mo ń lọ káàkiri ó kò aeroplane ló kò báyìí.
nkẹ́ máa ń lọ tẹ́ bá lọ ẹ lè sun bẹ̀ tí ẹ.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni mo fẹ́ wá sí Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé àìtí ní ashram bẹ́ẹ̀ ni èmi dẹ̀ mi ò lè sùn ní hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì rárá òkúta.
òkè ẹ̀yin sùn ní o àwọn tẹ́ ẹ máa lọ bọ̀lẹ̀ máa sùn.
ilé mission wà ní tàbí abánẹ́nìkan tó bá lè gbà mí láyè wọn lè dúró lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀.
òkè ẹ̀yin sùn ẹ̀ sábà sùn hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì.
àbí kódà hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì tẹ́ oríṣiríṣi ló lọ pé.
òkè òṣìṣẹ́ àwọn èèyàn ní máa gbìyànjú àti lọ sílẹ̀. ìgbà tá à ń bọ̀ wọ́n ní ká bọ́ bàtà wálẹ̀.
nítorí pé ilẹ̀ mímọ́ lẹ dé ilẹ̀ mímọ́ lẹ wà bá rántí nínú ìwé ẹ̀rí gbọ́n tí Mósè ń gbàdúrà títí nínú ìfẹ́ ni àdúrà ìfẹ́ ni tí wọ́n bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ àdúrà ti gbà mí ló wá ń sọ pé gbogbo yẹn tí ń jóná ẹja lọ wo bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹja lọ pa náà ẹ̀ àkúrò wọn ní kí ló ti ń ṣe ọgbà ṣíwọ́ ló lóko ni bó ṣe wá lọ bẹ̀ ó sún ọbẹ̀ ní ọba gbóhùn ni pé Mósè bóyá bọ́bà tẹ ẹsẹ̀ rẹ o ibi tó wà ilẹ̀ mímọ́ ni ó parí àwọn eléyìí kò ní sí bí àdánwò kankan àti kọ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀bọ̀ ti rí pé ilẹ̀ mímọ́ ni bí pàápàá ní gbogbo Nàìjíríà láti sọ di ilẹ̀ mímọ́ o lórúkọ Màrájì tí wọ́n bá ń lo orúkọ Màrájì kò sí tí aláburú kan ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́ni ẹ̀ níbikíbi tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ pé wàá gba ìjókòó ìwọ̀n òdìdè fún mi.
ǹjẹ́ ọdún mi wà tí ẹ máa ń ṣe yàtọ̀ sí ti èyí tí ó wáyé ní ọjọ́ 17
oṣù
kẹrin ọdún ta torí ẹ bá wò ọmọlẹ́yìn Christmas kájẹ́ mùsùlùmí ọdún ìdìtúnú àwẹ̀ iléyá ọjọ́ bí ànábì nǹkan ǹjẹ́ ní Guru Maharaj village yìí tí a máa ń ṣe ọdún yàtọ̀ sí ti.
àwọn pọ̀ ṣé ní tẹ bá tún sọ pé àwọn gbàgbé ṣe kíní àwọn muslim ṣe kíní èwo ní irú ìpàdé wo lèèyàn máa lọ tàbí irú àjọyọ̀ wo lèèyàn máa ṣe tó di pé ọjọ́ kejì ọmọ kú ìyàwó kú orí àtúwá tòsí gbogbo owó rẹ̀ wọ́n á tún gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ à ń sọ yí pé a gbọ́dọ̀ kú lọ rí Ọlọ́run wọ́n ní blessed are the pure in heart for they shall see God nínú bíbélì kó sọ pé look mo ń lọ òtùnú ń bọ̀ olùtùnú yóò wá kì í ṣe tó máa wà ní ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀kúnlé tí ò ní rí so lábí sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa pé gbogbo program tí à ń ṣe láti jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn gba knowledge kó mọ̀ pé èmi ni bàbá wọn tí wọ́n wá tí wọ́n sọ nínú Kòránì àti bíbélì àti gírèlì èmi ni bàbá wọn tí wọ́n sọ nípa ẹ̀ ọjọ́ kan ń bẹ ṣe rí July 17 yes a máa ń ṣèpàdé November 9 náà a máa ń ṣe ẹni November 9 ní àsìkò tí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Màrájì tí wọ́n pàdé láti fi àwọn nǹkan mèremère ní inventions tí wọ́n ti ṣe láti gbé káyé rí wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìyẹn ọjọ́ mẹ́sàn-án ni from November 9 to 17 wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ń ṣe ọjọ́ ìbí mi tinú ẹ̀mí January 1 ìyẹn gbogbo ẹ̀ láti jẹ́ pé káwọn èèyàn wá mọ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ tiẹ̀ rí Màrájì bẹ́ẹ̀ tiẹ̀ rí knowledge gbà ní April 17 ẹ tún lè lọ ní 17 July àti pé May 29 yẹn kó má gbàgbé ọjọ́ ni mo sọ Nàìjíríà di Holy Land ní 1993 nígbà tó rọrùn lójú ẹ̀ tí wọ́n fẹ́ fún Abíọ́lá ní mandate rẹ̀ tí Babangida dìde tó sọ pé ogun bọ̀ Somali òkè so bó ṣe rí ni ó yà bá declare Nàìjíríà Holy Land láti lé gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ dá ogun rìn sílẹ̀ lọ so ìyẹn náà ó máa ń dá abẹ dúpẹ́ tí ìjọba ṣe wọ́n ní May 29 ọ̀nà wọn máa ń ṣe inauguration I think wọ́n ti change ẹ̀ sí June 12 now so May 29 ó dá ọjọ́ ni orí ọ̀fẹ́ láǹdà gan ó sọ̀kalẹ̀ lórí Nàìjíríà torí nígbà tí mo dá kíní yẹn tí mo sọ fún gbogbo àgbáyé mo wá ń sọ pé láti èyí lọ wọ́n máa ra búrẹ́dì yẹn wá jẹ́ ohun ìjà tí àwọn èèyàn wá lọ rà gbogbo ẹni máa yí sí búrẹ́dì tí wọ́n máa hà káàkiri mo lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ títí fún ọdún bíi 9 and now Nàìjíríà rè pátá ló wá láti sọ pé Màrájì ò ṣe a mọ̀ pé díẹ̀díẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ń tètè àsìkò ti tó láti dúpẹ́ so ẹnikẹ́ni tí ó bá ní ìfẹ́ sí ìdáhùnwé April 17 wà nílẹ̀ 29 May wà níbẹ̀ July 17 à ń ṣèpàdé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni Golden Age Festival November 9 to 17 2019 ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún pè padà Maraji the highest spiritual center's birth 17th April 2019 declaration of Nigeria as a new Holy Land May 29 right agbàgbé o then July 17
Yes, please.
What's the date now
17.
July 17
65.
July 17 2000 and what 19 then I need July 25 July 25 yẹn ni ọjọ́ tí wọ́n declare Nigeria safe ọjọ́ yẹn ni wọ́n discharge and acquitted Maraji tí wọ́n sọ pé ẹni tí wọ́n gbòkú wálẹ̀ wọ́n ní Maraji ló pa ẹni nù inú ìdẹ́kí ẹni tó pa mi ò kí n pààyàn mo máa ń bless èèyàn ni so that July 25 right is the program here then we go to what August 16 come what may no war in Nigeria day and then what November 9 to 17, that is the Golden Age Festival. Then December 10, Grandpa's birthday, ẹni tí mo lò láti fi padà sílé ọjọ́ December 10, 1957 wọ́n bí ọdún mẹ́wàá ni mo fi jù lọ. So December 10 à ń pè ní Grandpa's Day, and then December 20 à ń pè ní Father's Day, ọjọ́ tí wọ́n bí Maharaj gan nínú ara báyìí. Then January 1 ni èmi máa ń kà kún púpọ̀ jù torí ọjọ́ ẹ̀ ni ẹ̀mí mọ́ wọlé. Ẹni tí wọ́n bí tí ò ní ìmọ̀, ọjọ́ ìmọ̀ yẹn ni ayé olú ẹ ti dáa torí ọjọ́ yẹn ni wọ́n gba ikú lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, tí ò ní ṣẹ̀ mọ́, tí ò ní ṣe bí mọ́, tí ó padà bí ọmọdé, yóò padà sí ipò ọmọdé tó pọ̀kan rẹ̀ yóò máa dùn, orí ọ̀fọ̀ Ọlọ́run máa wọlé sí ẹ̀ sí gbogbo àgbáyé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, so ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá ráyè kó wá o.
Ìbéèrè ẹyọ kan àkànfẹ́ kẹ́dánù rẹ̀ lérè fèrè káfíńmọ́ káàdì kìnìún yẹn torí pé àti lòun kábí wákàtí méjì báyìí látàárọ̀ ni pé nínú orin ìgbà tí mo délé ẹ̀kan wọ́n ń kọrin pé ogun ìbá ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ Maharaj wọ́n sábẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bóde láti lọ náà nìyẹn pé tí ìbá ṣe orí ọ̀fẹ́ ti Guru Maharaj ogun ìbá ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà bá dàrú kankan dàpọ̀ lérè fèrè torí ká máa fi yẹn káàdì ìbéèrè wà nítorí pé ọjọ́ ti lọ.
We are one Nigeria.
We are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. Nobody can give it. We are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. Nobody can cheat us. We are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. Nobody can cheat us. Igbo try to love your brother. Yoruba try to love your brother. Igbo try to love your brother. We are one Nigeria. Hey. We are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. Nobody can cheat us at all. We are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. Nobody can divide us. SatGuru Maharaj, SatGuru Maharaj. If not be SatGuru Maharaj, yeah, Nigeria for them today. SatGuru Maharaj, SatGuru Maharaj. If not be SatGuru Maharaj, yeah, Nigeria for them today. SatGuru Maharaj, that come say, no one in Nigeria, rara, come God me. We are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. Nobody can divide us at all. We are one Nigeria. Hey, we are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. Nobody can cheat us. Oh, one big inaya, papa. Oh, one big inaya, mama. Oh, one big inaya, papa. Oh, one big inaya, mama. Oh, one big inaya, mama. Oh, one big inaya, papa. Oh, one big inaya, mama. Oh, one big inaya. Hey, we are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. We are one We are one Nigeria. Nobody can divide us.
We thank our Father Maharaj for everything. Maharaj to bless us all, the last, not the least, for us to have a press photograph with our guests, so that today in history will be recorded and be remarkable for a day. Solutions we have profiled for man's problem. Bole Shri SatGuru Dev.
I'm standing on the rock of life. I can see light spreading all over. I'm shining on